the back straightaway.
See Mike Bliss there, just all of a sudden, and then you can see the rooster tail that these cars are, and they're going every direction.
I almost thought, Jeff, that Mike felt the rain and was trying to pull over, and as he did that, the car cut loose and went sideways.
You see the car get away from him. Again, there's no tread on these tires, folks, so when you hit something slick, hydroplanes, I mean, it's just like being on ice.
Saw Eric McClure in the 14 car, nowhere to go.
I don't really know that there's words to properly describe it.
Back in the middle of the corner here. He's in there, and you can just see the back end already just kind of free, hanging out, and here she comes.
Hard into the safer barrier. But yeah, you know, even though they've got the air pressure up in the tires, they're cold, and you can just see right there, just broke loose with him right in the middle of turn 3 and 4.
Well, coming to get the green, you're going to roll it into 3. Pretty good, but you're going to get out of it early. But the thing you want to do is get back in it hard.
Race through 1 and 2.
Up just a little bit, tries to diamond it down, got it on the bottom here, but watch this thing. Just quickly snaps at the worst possible place.
He was trying to drive out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here, and man, there's nothing you can do right there. You try to correct it, but it's too late. It's so fast. Slide. Man, and that's right out. No safer barrier right there.
That was pure wall there.
You know, I love our race fans. I love their...
Number 91, Robert Sprague, a NASCAR Winston West competitor, was going through corner number 1 when it got out from under him, and he got into the wall in the short chute. Boy, it looks like Mike Wallace going down the corner, except Mike Wallace was able to keep the car under control. Robert Sprague was not able to. See the flaps come up, keep the car on the ground, but pretty heavy contact with the rear and the left side of the car.
Really good race car. Here's that qualifying lap Friday afternoon. Gets that left rear in the dirt. The Caterpillar car goes around, backs in the fence, and watch this, climbs that fence and does a slow roll over, lands on its wheels, and Ward got out, threw his helmet, and said, I made
The thing he could.
But Darrell, it all started way over there in turn 4 with his 51 car.
Yeah. He starts up the hill here. You've seen push, and then snap. And then that right there didn't hurt it, but once it took off like this, if he could have just... Look how see how he turned the wheels left. It was a perfect drive. Yep. It just didn't get down fast enough to keep from missing the wall. But he thought about it. He knew what he was doing.
He didn't have the speed in practice. He knew here he had to keep his foot in it and not let off.
Yeah.
Look here, Kenny. It gets down there and looks.
Whoa. Jeez.
I don't know.
Hard hit.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Almost like rear brakes locked up or something.
I mean, it just jerked. I mean, it jerked in, and he tried to correct it. I mean, look at the D-Dot-Do it did. I mean, it's weird.
You know what?
And D-Dot-Done.
Yeah, exactly. Great call right there, D-Dot-Done.
6th at Martinsville.
Whoa, guys. Whoa. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I have never seen anything like that in my life.
He hit that wall a ton.
Oh, my gosh.
For that. You see that Carlos Contreras, that black car in the middle of the racetrack right there was slow. And see, Kyle Larson's going to squeeze Blake Cook.
I think
that's actually Suarez
was trying to get through the middle, and he just misjudged the room he had to make that move and cause that crash. That was a rookie who was trying to understand exactly how to go about qualifying here at Daytona under this format, and was in a position, got himself in a position that he couldn't get out of. You could see just cut up, clipped the front of Blake Cook's car, and caused the big crash.
Was trying to get in behind Kyle Larson in the 42 car. Didn't quite have the clearance.
Here, that right rear end, you see it just starting to dance a little bit. He tries to catch it, and it's gone. Just barely skims the wall there. Takes a little bit of that paint off.
But look how he stood in the throttle all the way around. And when he got going straight, jumped out of the throttle, and the car straightened right up.
Yeah. Sailed it off in the corner, and it just didn't have any grip, guys.
But did not hit the wall very hard. Question is, what do those tires look and feel like as he has gone back around the racetrack to regroup and essentially do another 7/8 of a warm-up lap and take another fly?
Looks like he got a little tight there on entry and picked the gas up. Just a little nervous there with the steering wheel. Kind of got the car or the truck unbalanced there and snapped around on exit. Quite a bit of damage there.
Now this team.
However, as you can see, this car is not very comfortable right here. Reed's trying to get the most out of it, but it just gets away from him. You always said, Andy, too, if you're up close to that wall, you won't hit it as hard, right?
That's right. He just barely gets a piece of it and does a really good job to save it from there.
Yeah, and so I wasn't saying that the car was bad or anything. It's just it's a different challenge for these guys to find what is that balance between going fast and the comfort level that you can get in the car. And a lot of these guys have found, we see Jimmy Johnson drive his car literally sideways at a lot of places, and so it makes it difficult. But finding that edge.
But Denny Hamlin takes the fastest car in practice and puts it in the fence.
Right car there. Never hooked up, and Hermie, go back to what you said. Sticker tires could have been the
first time. I've been watching every car drive on this racetrack. The first stickers that I saw rotating, leaving pit road. But you're right, Jeff. He didn't do the smart thing. He went for the pole. You could tell he never lifted getting in turn one. Car
into this qualifying session.
This is just bottoms out there on the left rear, and I guess that was just enough. It was probably free already, and when it bottomed out, and like you said, Phil, right there in the gas keeps him from that outside wall, and he was smart enough to come out of the gas when it started going down toward the inside. So nice job by the young man.
Let's go real time and take a listen.
Sounds like a storm, doesn't it?
Like the one we had this morning here.
We'll see if he catches one of those. Looked like he just started bobbling before he ever got to the scene, and just loose. And what you try to do, Adam, is run nearly wide open around this racetrack, especially down into turn one with that big sweeping entry. And his car was bobbling as it entered the corner, and it got away from. You can see right on the seam when it went away, but it was loose before that.
Dale Earnhardt over Richard Childress won several championships. There was he just trying to get more speed than the car was capable of doing.
That's exactly right, BP. They're
man, that's ugly right there.
Got to get in. You got to.
See, he got a little bit loose, and then by the time he caught it one time, and then it had him up the racetrack, so he had a little less room. You know, had that not happened in the middle of the racetrack, if it happened on the bottom, then he might have had a chance of keeping it out of the wall. You see, he wiggles right here, then chases it. By the time he chases it, he's already up about 2.5 lanes.
Becoming a familiar sight now. Coulter had just done it before Brendan Newberry.
The fence in between turns 1 and 2.
Steve had just a little bit of a look like Greg Biffle did yesterday. Car wiggled just a little bit, get down in the corner. Then all of a sudden right there on the exit of turn 2, around it came and up into that outside safer barrier. Hard impact as far as the back of that race car. It will definitely have to go to a backup car.
He's already, just loose. He's still in the gas, Jeff, trying to keep it off the retaining wall. Finally, he locks it down and a lot of damage. Now he's faced with hard contact. Now he's faced with having to go to a backup car with no laps on the racetrack.
Not too good.
Not too good. A little bit loose. We've seen this a lot so far in qualifying. A lot of cars getting loose. But he hurt that one.
But his car wasn't fast enough yesterday in practice. He knew that he had to do something as a driver to make this car go faster. And how you do that? Drive it down the corner deeper, get back on the throttle sooner. But sometimes that can be the result of